Ah, genetics. The field that started with Gregor Mendel and his humble pea plants and somehow turned into a media circus where every week there's a headline about a newly discovered gene that supposedly controls your love of jazz, your aversion to clowns, and why you cry when a puppy looks sad. In the late 90s and early 2000s, the Human Genome Project was mapping out our DNA, and the world became obsessed with the idea that genes hold all the answers. Did you gain weight over Christmas? Must be your fat gene, bad at parallel parking. Must be a spatial intelligence deficiency mutation. Did you just spend 200 pounds on artisanal cheese? Clearly you have the expensive taste gene. But here's the problem, science doesn't actually work like that. In reality, these so-called magic genes weren't actually deciding your fate. Researchers were identifying correlations, not direct causation. Just because people with a specific gene tend to be night owls doesn't mean that gene forces them to binge watch Netflix until 3 a.m. That's like saying carrying an umbrella causes rain. And yet the biotech industry saw an opportunity. Suddenly everything had the word genetics slapped on it. We got DNA-based diet plans because apparently your genes can override years of junk food choices, genetic matchmaking services, as if true love is dictated by nucleotides. At-home genetic testing kits promising to tell you if you're meant to be a genius, a musician, or just someone who will forever burn toast. Spoiler alert, even identical twins who have the same DNA often grow up with completely different personalities, careers and hobbies. So much for the whole genes determine everything argument. Epigenetics to the rescue. Just when your DNA controls your destiny narrative was getting out of hand, epigenetics showed up and ruined the fun. Epigenetics is the study of how environmental factors like diet, stress, or watching too much reality TV can switch genes on and off without actually changing the genetic code. So, while your genes set the stage, your environment writes the script. That fat gene won't necessarily make you overweight, but your eating habits might. Having a high IQ gene is useless if you spend all day watching conspiracy theories on YouTube. The alcoholism gene doesn't mean you have to drink wine at breakfast, but hey, your choices are your own. In summary, we've journeyed through the intricate dance of genetics and epigenetics. We've seen how our DNA holds potential, but it's our life choices that play the final tune. The lesson here, genes matter, but they aren't destiny. Your DNA is more like a musical score, but the final symphony depends on the orchestra, your life choices, environment, and experiences. So, next time a headline claims scientists have found the gene for happiness, remember, it's never that simple. And if someone tries to sell you a DNA-powered productivity pill, save your money and just drink some coffee instead. I am your guide, Antonio Klim. May the pseudo-powers be always with you.